You may be wondering, why is Bitcoin pumping right now? Why is Bitcoin pumping? Well, pay attention to the fundamentals. On a macroeconomic level, this is not a coincidence. This is not a coincidence. The SEC, the Securities and Exchange Commission of the United States of America, the commissioner just proposed a 3-year safe harbor period for crypto token sales. We've never seen a headline like this before. Hester Peirce for the last 2-3 years has talked about this. She's made speeches about this, but this is the very first time she has proposed something as bullish for cryptocurrency in writing as this. Check this out. SEC Commissioner Hester Peirce wants to give legitimate crypto projects a shot at success. That's legitimate ICOs, legitimate altcoins, a shot at success without running afoul of U.S. securities laws. So generally speaking, what this means for you and ICOs, it means this would give ICOs and altcoins some breathing room to develop their networks and communities before having to worry about the regulatory regime. Now, in this proposal, they have 3 years to do this, and this hasn't passed yet. But under Peirce's proposal, which just got unveiled yesterday during a speech at the International Blockchain Congress in Chicago, with this, crypto startups would have a 3-year grace period from their first token sale to achieve a level of decentralization sufficient to pass through the agency's security evaluations, including the Howey test, the famous U.S. Supreme Court assessment. Now, as a crypto holder, this is extremely bullish. Obviously, this hasn't passed yet. It just got proposed. But what this means, if you are a crypto holder, according to the notes detailed in the proposal, the analysis of whether a token is offered or sold as a security is not static and does not strictly adhere to the digital asset. In other words, some tokens may appear to have the qualities of a security at launch, but they mature to the point where it no longer appears to be one. Now, we just saw this happen with EOS a few months ago. So what's that mean? That means there is precedent for this proposal. With EOS, the SEC settled charges with the company last year, saying the original ERC20 EOS token was a security, but the project's final EOS token was not. Holders migrated from the ERC20 token to a native version after the network was fully built out. And with this proposal, if this passes, the SEC would give these cryptocurrencies, these legitimate ones, 3 years to quote-unquote fully build out. The United States, if you pay attention, the United States is really getting their ducks in a row when it comes to cryptocurrency and FEDCOIN and Bitcoin. Before I get to the Federal Reserve news, basically the biggest takeaway with this SEC Commissioner 3-year haven proposal is that it's actually on paper. Because Peirce has floated the idea of a safe harbor in the past, but Thursday's proposal is the first formal attempt to make it a reality. Now, the beauty of this is America really maturing and also favoring ICOs that will eventually become truly decentralized, which what? It protects the token purchasers, people like you and me. The safe harbor is designed to protect token purchasers by requiring disclosures tailored to the needs of the purchasers. And essentially what this all means is, specifically what this proposal does is it defines network maturity. And in the first 3 years of a project, if an ICO, if a coin reaches network maturity, that is defined by a network that is not controlled and is not reasonably likely to be controlled by a single entity or individual, but is operational. This promotes decentralization, this promotes innovation, and as far as what this means for your startup's ICO, big green flag. As I get more information, I'm going to make a video. I'm going to keep you informed. If specific altcoins get the green light, I will make a video. I will keep you informed. But next piece of news, also coming out of the United States of America, is this a coincidence? The Federal Reserve is considering, they're quoted now in considering FEDCOIN digital currency. You're going to like this. You're going to like this. Check this out. Because just about last month, it was Europe, it was Britain, it was Japan, it was Canada, it was all these countries that formed a group to study the benefits of a so-called central bank digital currency, CBDC. The United States of America was not included in this think tank. Well, the Federal Reserve, the Fed, is now the latest central bank to consider using its own digital currency. We have a direct quote from Governor Lael Brainard admits the U.S. central bank is looking into CBDCs. Check this out. Governor Lael Brainard said yesterday that the American Central Bank was analyzing multiple issues related to digital payments and currencies, including policy, design, and legal consequences of potentially issuing its own digital currency. Now, this is something that these other countries, Britain, Japan, Europe, Canada, these guys are doing this as a collective. America is doing it on its own. And we have a direct quote. She said during a conference at the Stanford Graduate School of Business, the benefits of the U.S. adopting a CBDC is by transforming payments, digitalization has the potential to deliver greater value and convenience at lower costs. Now, this is obvious, but I think the true insight is when she talked about the potential true motive of why the U.S. needs to get their stuff together. She was hinting at Facebook and Libra's stablecoin as the real reason that the USA is looking into this. In a direct quote, some of the new players, meaning Facebook, are outside of the financial system's regulatory guardrails, and their new currencies could pose challenges in areas such as illicit finance, privacy, financial stability, and monetary policy transmission. And then she further confirmed FEDCOIN. She mentioned that the Federal Reserve was working on its own real-time payments and settlement system. Currently, the bank was reviewing 200 comment letters that touch upon the proposed structure and objective of the service. Besides this, the central bank is also conducting research and experimentation related to the distributed ledger technologies and their potential use case for digital currencies, including the potential for a CBDC, the governor stated. So, we have further information about the infamous FEDCOIN we've been hearing hints at. Now, I bet you that when the eventual day comes where the government or the Fed has to explain to the American public what is the value of FEDCOIN, I bet they'll be forced to explain what is the value of Bitcoin as well. I believe. Hey, next piece of news, Altcoin Daily, right here, is an official media partner, along with Cointelegraph, AMB Crypto, Bitcoin for Girls. All these guys were an official media partner for the Unconfiscatable Conference going on in Las Vegas, February 20th to 23rd. We weren't paid to do this. They reached out to us, and we like to support quality conferences. If we had more time and if we lived in Vegas, we would definitely be there. We're pretty busy in Los Angeles, but really recommend it. You can play poker. You can listen to speakers talk about why it's Bitcoin, not blockchain. Anyway, also a pinball tournament. Anyway, link down in the description below. It's just a quality conference. And we're a media partner. So check it out. Unconfiscatable. Next piece of news, Warren Buffett finally owns Bitcoin. In fact, he received his first Bitcoin at the dinner that he auctioned off to Justin Sun. Me and my brother went to when it was supposed to be in San Francisco last year. They finally had it in secret. You can see that Charlie Lee was there. A lot of crypto notables were at that lunch. And Justin Sun tweeted it, "Amazing dinner with Warren Buffett, finally. Thanks for your support and advice on how to take Tron to the next level. Loved our talk on Bitcoin, Tesla, and Tron." So, if you donate $4.5 billion, Warren Buffett will listen to you talk about Tron and Bitcoin and Tesla. But let's find out the details, because this is interesting, and this gives Warren Buffett his first Bitcoin. Check this out. Warren Buffett received his first Bitcoin. This lucky Bitcoin is safely stored in his Samsung Galaxy Fold. Since I gifted him this Bitcoin, BTC has increased 16%. Hope it continues to the moon. Check out his address here. So I'm going to link this down below. You can see on this open public network what Warren Buffett will do with his Bitcoin. Probably just keep it there if he's smart. Also, Warren Buffett now holds Tron. Bought Mr. Buffett 2 Galaxy Folds with Tron built in. Warren Buffett is officially a TRX owner. I gifted him 1,900,000 TRX equivalent to his B-Day. Mr. Buffett joked he wished he was born later so that he could have more. I guess more Tron. Mr. Buffett's Tron address is right here if you want to see what he does with his Tron. But either way, the lunch was had. Guess they didn't invite any of us YouTube or Twitter influencers this time. But this is the face of a man who just received 1 Bitcoin in Tron. Let me know what you're doing this weekend. Like always, oh, by the way, my name's Austin. Appreciate you joining me. Like always, I'll see you tomorrow.